Hi, it's James Bonacisi from Remax Select Properties. Thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great holiday season. Today we're going to talk about some market statistics. It's the beginning of January and the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver just came out with their December stats package. I like looking at stats just because it gives us a snapshot of what's happening, but at the same time I'll always look at it with a few grains of salt. In December of 2008, 15,193 homes were on the market. Now, out of all those, 924 sold. Now, you're probably thinking, that's not a very big number. Well, you'd be right to think that. There was about twice as many that sold in December of last year. But if we look at November of 2008, there were only 874 homes that sold. So that's the first time in 27 years, actually, that more homes were sold in December than they were in November. So you've probably been reading in the paper that prices have been coming down, and they've been coming down a total of about almost 15% across the board. That's between all areas and houses, condos, and apartments. So for buyers, obviously a pretty good time to be looking at making that purchase. That compounded with the fact that mortgage rates are rather low. You can get a 5-year mortgage for like 4.9%. I mean, it's some pretty attractive interest rates. There are a lot of incentive for people to start putting money in their own pocket as opposed to their landlords. Some new listings in December as well, 1,695. So there are people still wanting to sell. Now, at the end of December, there were a lot of homes that came off the market, a lot that expired, a lot where the contracts just ran out, or people just decided they wanted to take it off the market, they've had enough. So, numbers made for supply, I would imagine, are probably going to be a little bit lower. If we take these numbers and, we manipulate them very easily, we can see how long it's going to take for the current inventory to sell. At the current rate of what things are selling at, it would take 16 months for the current inventory to sell. And that's with no new homes coming on the market. Now, we know that's not going to happen. New homes come on the market every day. So, 16 months, you're right, is a long time. However, in November, it was actually 21 months. So the supply is coming down a little. But at the same time, we still see prices falling a bit. So very good for buyers. May actually be a good time for sellers as well. I'll be talking a bit about that next week as well, if it's a really good time for you to sell or not. Obviously people are initially going to think, oh, it's a terrible time to sell because the market's come down and everything like that. Well, if you need to sell a home, you need to sell a home, and sooner may be better than later, or if you may be in there's other circumstances which are actually advantageous for you to sell now as opposed to later. Again, I'll be talking about that next week. So if you have any questions about what's happening in the market, if you want to buy or sell, please feel free to give me a call at 604-626-9734 or send me an email, info@jamesb.ca. Thanks again.